Hey, what's going on, my friend? It's Cameron here. I'd like to welcome you to this week's edition of the Inner Circle. So this one is a pretty controversial one, possibly. And, if you've seen the title and the headline of this Inner Circle, we're talking about don't work for money, make your money work for you. And the reason why we're going to be talking about this week, and I want to keep this very short to the point, it's really because sometimes when we're talking to people and talking about stuff, people often question, how do we do this? How do you actually make your money work for you? Because there's a whole lot of ideas going about in this here, and I haven't actually, there's something going on there with that light. I haven't actually, that might be better. Write this all down, but I'm going to share on screen with you, and then we're going to get into how we actually do this. So if you can see on the screen here, tonight's game plan is don't work for money, make your money work for you. So we just want to take it easy here. If you want to grab notepad and pen, you can grab notepad and pen. You can write down some of these ideas that we're going to talk about, and just chill out. If you've got any ideas that pop up as we go along here in the inner circle, just drop them in the comments below, and we can continue on this conversation later on. And if there's other ways that you might like me to present this information, go ahead and just let me know in the comments as well, or wherever you're watching this inner circle training. And we can participate in this here kind of stuff together and all that cool stuff. So let's see here. So like I says, I've got some notes here which we can get into a little bit, but we can kind of start with, let me jump back on here. Just want to share that with you. So what we're actually talking about here is, I got this quote. So I got this quote from the internet, and it says, it doesn't make sense to hire smart people and then tell them what to do. What we want to do is hire smart people so that they can tell us what to do. And this all comes into play a little bit when it comes to, having your money work for you. But then we're going to be building it back off of a few steps. So we're going to get into this here, and at the end of this training, I'm actually going to show you the full-on demo, of a system that you can use and take yourself soon as tonight, and and actually start making your money work for you. This is something you want to do. If not, that's totally fine. Like it says, you can grab a coffee, and let's see if I took a card this light. It seems to be flickering. Annoying me. That's it. So if there any time during the inner circle, you can drop your idea in the comments below, and we can talk about these ideas further moving forward. Okay, and I'll get into who we are and everything here soon. See what idea we're going to be covering is don't work for money, make your money work for you. And this is a pretty controversial idea where I'm saying don't go to work, but you have to kind of understand some context to this here, because ultimately we do need to work. Everybody needs to work at the end of the day, but it's really about how long you're going to work for, and whenever you do work, what you actually do with your management side of things. So we're going to be talking about here life in the deep blue sea. So life in the deep blue sea. So I've got a question: are you okay with not getting this right the first time? Sometimes you might go ahead out here and try and implement something that you learned in the inner circle, and it mightn't work the first time. And if everything worked the first time, life would be perfect, but it doesn't often happen like that. So I mean, it's not going to be clicking a button. So I'm not talking about just go here, click this button, few buttons here, all of a sudden you're out here making money babies. So this is not what we'll be sharing with you, okay? I will ask you, are you okay with putting a little bit of skin in the game to see and experience this for yourself? Okay, if you answered yes to the 3 questions, You know, are you okay with not getting it right the first time? Is it okay if it's not some click button thing? You know, like, I'm not going to share it with you. Just click this button and then all of a sudden you're going to make this money. And if you're okay with putting a little bit of skin in the game, just to experience this and see for yourself your own results. Okay, because I know that I'm doing that for myself, and you know, you can do with what you want, with do what you want with these ideas. So to get more into this here, what we're going to be talking about is how to stop working for your money. Okay, and what we'll be looking at is how to manage your money like a boss, so that you can attract and multiply money effortlessly, and how to stop doing low income activities and start doing high income activities. Plus, I'm going to be sharing with you the full system demo that you can just take for yourself if you want to do that. So if you stick to the end of this inner circle, you're going to have no excuse on how to make money work for you. And you know how to stop working for your money, like most people, including me. So, yep, that's right. Everybody work for their money, okay? But eventually, you know, you don't want to always be working for it. So you need to get the money in the first place to go ahead and do these things that I'm going to share with you. So I'll be sharing with you actionable things that you can implement as soon as tonight to be able to get results. Yes, you'll be able to put your money to work for you using the ultimate implementation system at the end of this training. So if you're new, my name's Cameron, Cameron Limitless, and you know, I'm on a mission here to build my own headquarters online where I can run multiple different businesses from. Now, on my journey, I'm trying to implement this and through trial and error and doing all different stuff online, I soon started creating multiple jobs. And this is not what I want to share with you, my friend, but it is very, very easy to go ahead out here and start creating multiple different jobs for yourself. And I'm going to share with you these ideas as we're getting more into the training, and I'm going to share with you on the screen so you kind of get a little bit more of a visual, because you know I'm a bit of a visual person as well, and everything like that. So let's just see here. So that's why this training is super important, because when you start something online, it's not actually to have another job, because you probably already have another job at the end of the day. You don't want another job. What you really want is a real deal business, right? I know that's what it was for me. I don't know, it might be for you as well. But ultimately, you know, we don't want to create multiple jobs. And it's very easy to create multiple jobs thinking that we're having these multiple streams of income, thinking that, you know, I work over here, work over here, work over here, you're spread focused. It's not a good, you know, path to head down. And, you know, you'll probably end up, you know, frustrated, tired, you know, maybe not too enjoyable. So, if you're new to the inner circle, we'll share with you a little bit of a backstory, kind of how I got here. If you're been, you know, to this inner circle multiple times, you know, thank you so much for, you know, sticking around, coming back again, and everything that got there. So, let me just get into this here. So, basically, how I got started here, and you know, we could go way, 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 way back. But when I go back to like school days, when I was thinking, what could I do? What could I do for school? And you know, maybe you had some big goals and big aspirations whenever you were a kid in school. Maybe you didn't. I know for me, I kind of was more on the reserve side of things. You know, I wanted to be like a joiner. I just wanted to go out there and join and build the things and everything got here, which was all cool and everything got here. Maybe you wanted to do something different. But whatever I decided that's what I was wanting to do, and I started going along this journey. And one of the things I did whenever I was like 15 years old or something like that, and still in school, I typed into Google, into YouTube, as like how to be a success in life. And what I came across something called the strangest secret in the world. And the strangest secret in the world basically, you know, said that just write down your goal on paper and then create a plan and then work towards that there. And you know, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So that's why I went and done, and I wrote down a goal and I started working towards a goal. And At the time, I wrote down a goal a little bit bigger than what I had previously thought I wanted to do. And it was like more like a construction manager. And this is what I was thinking about doing. And whenever I started looking into that type of work and everything like that, I thought, how can I start doing this here? And what I noticed was that all you needed was up-to-date relevant experience in the industry, but nobody would give you any experience without a degree. And for me, I didn't really want to go to college and get all this debt. What I really wanted to do is I just wanted to get out there in the trenches and start learning and getting, working with my hands. Okay. And what I ended up doing, I didn't know anything else at the time, is I ended up going to university. Basically what everybody was telling me to do, go to university to be a success. And that's what I went and done. And when I first got into university, it turned out I was dyslexic. So I found out that I was a little bit slower at reading, a little bit slower at writing. Turns out that the education system for dyslexic people, it kind of like, closes us off a little bit. If you're a little bit dyslexic, I don't know, maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But whenever the whole education system went down that route, it kind of closed off more to these dyslexic people who were more like hands-on learners, like like an apprenticeship type thing where you go out and you can see the person doing the thing, and then you can do the thing, and then you can get the result, all that stuff. So that's what I kind of like about it. But this is where I got started. So whenever we were going along, I ended up getting into a work placement finally after 6 years, and I was in the work placement, but I wasn't getting the hours that I really wanted. And you know, I was getting better money than I ever got before, but I wasn't getting the hours. So what I ended up having to do, like I said, I ended up having to work my work placement. I was working in a kitchen. I was working out, handing out free papers. I was doing all these different things while studying, and I never had the chance to actually do the thing that I really wanted to do. How crazy is that? Like, the one thing you go to study for, you go to learn about, the one thing that you're working so hard towards, and you can't do it at the full capacity you want to do it. You have to get permission from other people. You have to get a piece of paper to say that you can do this. I didn't really, understand that there, and for me, going down that route wasn't really, the best route. But people do it, and people enjoy it. I know I did enjoy going to university and meeting new people, and I made a whole bunch of friends. Very, very good times. But this was starting to frustrate me. Like, when I was working and I wasn't getting all the hours, I was getting like 2, 3 days a week. Then I was working at the weekends as a thing, and then a kitchen. And then I was working, after work and other side things throughout the week just to try and make money. And it wasn't really working out. And if you're a student, maybe you were a student before, you maybe could relate to that, to where you wanted to do your thing so much, but no one was giving you any experience without a degree. So you had to go and study, which you mightn't be, your favorite activity. And the way that you're studying mightn't be a very good way for you to take that in. Then, you're studying and you're working a different job that you don't want to do. So maybe you're working as a bartender, maybe you're working as a chef, maybe you're working some side job that you don't actually want to do, but you're doing it just to, eat at the end of the day. And then number three, you might be getting another job because you still might be getting the hours. And this is starting to frustrate me because I didn't want to do any of all that stuff. Well, all I wanted to do was the main thing. And you couldn't necessarily do it, which was kind of annoying for me. And that's when it got to the point to where, there was my boss, he was working here, then there was me and there was another guy. And the other guy had left and had go somewhere else. And it was just me and my boss. And I thought this was my opportunity to, get in and get my foot in the door and say, get some more hours and things like that there. So that's when I said, what are the chances of keeping me on and things like this here? And she says to me, she would rather give another student the opportunity. And could I not go back to the hotel to work? And that's when I felt like, what am I actually doing all this hard work for? Like, for someone to tell me to go back to something I never wanted to do in the first place, or it wasn't like, it didn't click on me. And that's when I seen these guys having a success online all during this period. And I said, you know what, screw this. I'm just going to go all in with this internet thing. And that's what I did. And I didn't look back. I didn't finish my last year of university. I don't have any intentions of going back. And I'm just solely focusing on building a headquarters to run multiple businesses from, okay, and help other people to learn about these ideas too, as I'm learning about them and sharing them with you, which is all great stuff. So what happened was I discovered about marketing, okay? So when I was sitting on doing all this here internet stuff, I was sitting on the computer and I was looking and I was watching some prank videos online, where you see people go up, they say something, and it's like a prank. So I was watching this prank YouTube channel, and the channel was called Limitless EXP. And you might have seen the YouTube channel before, maybe not. But he was asked to go up to people and say, I make 7 figures. And this was on during the journey where I had invested in the crypto. This was all within about 3 months. Invested in the crypto, was up high and it went down low. Then I started Amazon fulfillment, Amazon FBA or Amazon arbitrage business, where I would find stuff, pick, pack, and post it, and all this here stuff. Then I was doing a drop shipping store, and I soon found out I was missing some skills there. And then I'd eventually moved on to, just before that, I'd eventually moved on to around affiliate marketing. Okay. Now, where was it going with this? Now, what I was watching was this guy going up to people and saying, I make 7 figures. This was all around the same time all this stuff was going on. Like I said, I created multiple different jobs for myself. I was doing all these different things. So what he walked up to this lady and he said, I make 7 figures. And the woman, she was with her friends, you can still see this video today. And she says, well, I make more than that. Okay. And what did she do? The big question was, the big answer was, she did marketing. And this is the big aha I had, especially when it came to building this, online venture. And it came down to marketing. And this is when when I heard that, I started thinking, what is marketing? And then I started going down the whole line of affiliate marketing. Okay. And ever since, doing this here, and now, moved out of my shared accommodation where I was. I moved back home. I had went through some different business models and things, I guess, here. But at the minute, life is actually, okay. It's not the highest of highs, but it's not the lowest of lows, because we still got a lot of options here when it comes to what I'm going to share with you. So this is when I started looking into this affiliate marketing, okay? Because when it comes to making your money work for you, and I'll tie this back in, is you can actually create system, okay? And a system that works for you, okay? And it's a marketing system that promotes any product, service, idea, outcome, vision that you want it to promote and sell. And like, this is where I've got to. So at that point, where we're going along there, all them different business models, I said, scratch all this, scratch it all, and got rid of, maybe not the crypto, we still do a little bit of the crypto. It's very cool, and some other things, but we still got rid of like the drop shipping, Amazon API, just stop doing all that stuff and started, this is who I am and this is what I was going to do. And what I decided at that time was I decided that I was going to build my own headquarters online called Cameron Limitless. And what we were going to be all about was marketing, traffic, and conversions. That's it. That's what we were all about. Building a business, everything that got here. And this is what we're still doing to this day. And you can go to CameronLimitless.com. You can go check out, all the different things that I have been building over the years. And they're all there, and it's all based around marketing and having a headquarters to run multiple businesses from. So eventually, I started building these hubs, okay, and I built the LimitlessMoneyHub.com, and the LimitlessMoneyHub.com is to help like the beginner, to help people. CameronLimitless.com is to help the beginner. This is what the inner circle is all about. This is me. I'm Cameron Limitless. I'm here to help talk to beginners. I'm here to talk to affiliate marketers, and I'm here to talk to internet marketers. Okay. If you're a business owner, you can be here too. But ultimately, if you're a business owner, you might have other things, you might want services and things like that. But ultimately, where I got to was I built this headquarters, Cameron Limitless Money Hub, and we've got different businesses, affiliate businesses plugged into this here, okay, which is very, very cool. Now, let's just continue on here because we're about to get into the content, okay? So I'm going to share with you on the whiteboard here some ideas. So we've got here, let's just have a look at this. We're going to do the text. So the big problem, what is the big problem here? The big problem is we don't know how to make money work for us. Okay, so there's a few different problems that stem out of this here. Okay, we're just going to be talking about this here and going with the flow. Okay, now the big problem is here we don't know how to make money work for us. Okay, question mark. Okay, in today's day and age, it's never been easier to actually go and do these things. Okay, now we don't know how to make money work for us. Okay, what's another problem? We also have a mindset problem. Okay, and we can talk about this a little bit. So a rich versus poor mindset. Okay, what's another problem here is I think I got some notes. Let's just see. One problem is you are the variable. Okay, what do I mean by that you're the variable? You're the one making the decisions for you. Okay, and this could lead from this mindset problem, rich versus poor mindset. So we just stick to some of these ideas. We've actually got 3 implementable ideas I'm going to share with you once we cover these. But let's just have a look at this rich versus poor mindset. So rich mindset, okay, what do? They will, well, I'm going to do it this way. This way is more visual. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Now, I'm going to draw this out. So we've got this, I want to say this here square or crossroads or whatever it is. And in here we have different people, okay, and they're doing different things. So let's see, you've probably seen this before. but it's good to know this when it comes to this mindset side of things. So this could be like the money quadrant from Robert Kiyosaki. K-I-O-S-A. Robert Kiyosaki. Should something like this here, but so when we're looking at this, we have investor, E-E-S-T, investor. We have a business owner. We have self-employed. And we have employed. Okay, and on this training, when we're talking about, you know, how to make money work for you, how to stop working. It doesn't matter where you are right now in this quadrant, but what we're saying here, and most people want to do, is potentially go from this year employed straight over to investor. I don't think it's going to be too easy. Okay, it's going to be a lot of roadblocks. It's probably going to be hard to move from an employee and whatever your employee salary is and invest in that there quickly. Now, yes, if you just wanted to do that and invest in whatever you wanted to invest in, you studied about that, stocks and S&P 500, whatever you dollar cost average in, you could probably eventually be able to fund your retirement and everything like that. Now, let's see here if I draw that. So people try, let's see, and go to, let's see, we'll just draw this line. People try and go from employed to self-employed, or employed to investor. Okay, investor is ultimate. That's where we want to be at, but you don't necessarily want to take what little money you have here and try and invest it and lose it. Okay, what you rather do is, you don't even want to look at this side of things when it comes to self-employed. What we want to do is ultimately go here and become a business owner. Okay, and there's ways that we can do this, and we can take our income here from employed into being into a business. And if we build this in the right way, we don't need to be self-employed in the business, because when you're self-employed in the business, you just create yourself another job. You might as well just stay in your current job. Okay, what you really want is, you want a business that works for you. Okay, so we're going to dig into this even more. So you are the variable. Okay, so this is the mindset problem. You have people who are employed, they have an employee mindset. Ultimately, even if you wanted to go into investor, your mindset could be the employee mindset. So you turn your investment into a job. You actually turn it into a job where, for example, you actually spend more time at this here than you do at other things, and it starts sucking your life away, and you're not an investor then. Okay, investor will do your research, have a strategy, and then implement it. Okay, but what we want to dig into here is, you're the variable. Okay, and when it comes to you are being the variable, even if you tried to go from employed to investor, you're the variable here. Where you go to get information to invest, who you get information from, what actions you decide to take, you're the biggest variable when it comes to results and your all of this. Okay, and having the right expectations, having the right sort of awareness when it comes to making the decision can make or break. Okay, so where are we going with this? Now I'm going to go to this next page and we're going to jump on to this first kind of action step. And this is I learned this from my mentor Vic, and at the end of this training we'll share with you how you can actually get to meet Vic for free, join our community, and become a part of this here as well. So a big one here when it comes to this, what I learned from Vic, is he talks about this 96% and 4%. Okay, 96 and 4%. So this is like, if you've heard of the Pareto's principle, 80-20. So this Pareto's principle basically means that there was a study showing Pareto. He was from Italy. He'd studied, I think it was grape vineyards, and he noticed that 20% of the trees produced 80% of the grapes. I think it was something like this here, or something along the lines of this. He also found out that 20% of Italy population owned 80% of the land. Okay, so this would be 20%. Okay, 20% of Italy's, population owned 80% of the land. Okay. Similarly, when it comes to building this online business, there's a 20% activities that produce 80% of the results. Okay, so a lot of people, including myself at the start, spent a lot of time on this 80% that produced 20% results. Now what we want to do is we want to look at this 20%. But when it comes to what Vic's talking about, this year 96 and 4 is actually 20% within the top 20%. So when we look at this, it's 96 and 4. So this is the top 20 of the top 20, which is like the top 4%. Okay. So top 4% in this example makes 96% of the results. Okay. 96% of the people share the other 4%. Okay. So hopefully you're kind of getting this here little idea. Now, when we're going to dig into this, what I learned from Vic was the money building. Oh, it's not money. It's wealth. Wealth building blueprint. Okay. Very, very, very simple, but very, very powerful thing when you start doing this here. So this is the first sort of actionable, item step that you can think about implementing to help you make your money work for you. So we call it RTWCGO. Okay, now what does that mean? So R means receiving. Account. Okay, receiving account. T means tax account, if that's applicable to you. W means wealth. Okay, and let's see. C means charity account. G means general account, and O means operations account. Okay, so let's just see here. Okay, now this could be step one when it comes to how do we actually make the money work for us so that we can ultimately stop working for money. Okay, so another quote here, let's just say here, we don't work for money, works for us. Okay, so let's have a jump back here a second. When we're looking at this rich versus poor mindset, what most people think like this was for me, might be for you. A lot of people do this. We work for money at a job, and then we get money, we're happy, then we buy stuff. Okay, so we work for money at a job, we get money, and then we buy things with the money. And then when we want things, we have to go back to the job to make money. Okay, this is not what I want to share with you. Okay, I don't want to share with you this type of thinking where we go to the job, we get money, then we go buy stuff for that money to please people maybe that couldn't care less about us. And then when we want things again, we don't have any money, we spend it on things, we have to go back to the job. Okay, what we're talking about doing here is we work for money, we run it through TRTWCGO. Okay, when we run it through that, now we're going to have investment. Okay, investments which make us more money. Okay, and then we can take that investment and roll it into the next another. Okay, and then we have passive income from investing. Okay, and eventually, once this year gets big enough, the passive income from investing, which I'm going to share with you some more ideas, we're going to get more deeper into this. Eventually, we won't have to work for money, but we'll just have money working for us. So let's just think about some investments that we can make. So one of the biggest assets that we could ever have in our internet business is the only asset that really matters, and it's a customer. Customer for your business. Okay, is that an investment that potentially, if done right, will continue to pay you, your customer, for your service or your product or whatever it is that you're all about? This is an investment. This is the customer is an asset. Okay, and if you have a lifelong customer who's also a tribe member, that's ultimate. And you can build that up pretty big if you have a lot of customers, everything like that. But your customer is going to be one of the biggest expenses in your business, which is generating traffic, everything like that. So, got customers, okay, good, right? Investing in a customer. What falls under that is advertising, okay? And this is going to be one of the biggest costs for your business. Now I'm getting somewhere with this now. So we know that whether you're self-employed, that's fine. If you're self-employed, you can still do self-employed, just like having a job. If you're employed, it's going to be hard to go straight to investor. Okay, you want to go business owner. Okay, and this is where we're getting to here. How do we actually acquire these assets, which are customers and tribe members, through advertising? Okay, and this will be the biggest cost in your business. Okay, but it's also going to grow your business. Okay, compared to if you just spent that money on something, you spend that money on acquiring a customer. Now you have a customer, you could potentially offer them something different. Okay, now what we're looking at here is we're going to look at this system a little bit. So we ultimately have three systems here. We have the advertising. We also have the marketing. Okay, and then we have value delivery. Okay, so this is going to be really cool. Now, where could we put our money to work for us, right? Ultimately, if you had a funnel, you invest it in a website or like a funnel builder. You have a funnel. There's a series of pages, and we'll share with you one of these examples here as we finish up very soon. We've been going on for nearly an hour, so we'll maybe continue this on next week in the next inner circle. If you want to do that, we can do that. Just let me know. And we're just getting into this here. So that's it. So we have a funnel here. We also have ads. Ads, very simple. We could also have an affiliate product. Very cool. So we have these ads. Okay, we have now this system. In fact, so let's see. We have now this system that works for us. Okay, we spend money on ads, it goes to our funnel, and our funnel promotes this product, and you can make money this way. Okay, so instead of actually being the person here and going around knocking doors or stopping people in the street one by one to talk to people to see if they want to get on your product, we systematize it. So this is a system that works for you. Okay, number one. Okay, so when we're looking at here, when it comes to the RTWCGO, this is your either investing wealth account or your operations. Potentially it's your operations, and then when your operations, the money comes in, you're going to have it come into your receiving account. You'll deduct your tax. You'll put some away for your wealth, some away for charity, some for your general living account, and then your operations will continue to run this operation. So jump back to this here. So this is like a system that's going to work for you. Okay, and this is where you can have a business owner. Now, let's just say this is for one product. This is one product. For this example, this promotes one thing. Maybe it promotes multiple. But what we're looking at here, let's finish this up. This is one little marketing system. It can work for you. Okay, and you can put your money to work for you by investing in the system, and you can put your money to work for you by investing in advertising. Okay, and advertising, once the system's set up, you don't necessarily need to do anything else to change it. You might want to optimize it over time, But really all you're doing is running ads, and it doesn't take a lot of time to set up ads. You might want to create some ads and things like that here, but then once you create the ad, you can pop up there and you can show it to thousands of people in a day, and you could be doing something different, okay? Doing what you want to do. So this is very, very cool. And this is like how we can actually start to have our money work for us. Now, when we look at this system, we also are reminded here that you are the variable, okay? You are the variable of whether this actually will work, okay? And in order to be able to pull this off, to have a system that actually works for you, you need to be a full stack marketer, okay? This is it. You need to know quite a lot. You need to know how to build. But in fact, let's just say you need to know traffic generation. You need to know how to list build. You need to know how to write copy, so copywriting. You also need to know how to convert your traffic. So traffic is happening here in your ads. You're building a list. So when they go to your funnel, you're building your list, your email list, customer list. Then all the words, it's going to hold this together. How do you actually convert your customer into an actual paying customer, and or your prospect, your lead into actual paying customer? You also want to have people to stick around, because what's the point in spending money here to acquire these assets, which are customers, if they only stay for a month and then they go off somewhere else? So there's a lot that kind of goes on under the curtain to be able to pull this sort of thing off. Okay, so the reason why we wanted to share this with you in this training is because I'm on a mission to help 10,000 people start their own dream business online. Okay, and I'm on a mission to start making a full-time living and then some. Okay, and before actually we get into this, we had this affiliate product. The reason why I say affiliate product is because ultimately after you make a commission, you have to deliver on the product, which is amazing. It means that you don't have to run about pick, pack, and post and stuff. You don't have to worry about customer service, having to look after people. You can just hand it off to a great company you already know, like, and trust, and had a great experience with yourself, and let that company deal with, most of the other stuff, and most of this other stuff. So what I want to share with you here is something new, okay? And what I'm going to call this is, well, it's nothing new, to be fair, but I like to call it new because I kind of made up this idea here. So what we've got is my why. So my why is I want to help 10,000 people. I want to have a good few hundred people here on this inner circle every week, and I know it's probably going to take a little bit of time to build up, but what we're talking about here is we're talking about a limitless money hub. Okay, we're talking about this limitless money hub. Now, what goes into creating this limitless money hub? So first of all, we have a funnel, and I showed you what that funnel was like. Well, I haven't showed you the actual live demo just yet, but we have a funnel, okay? And we actually have multiple funnels, okay? So the funnel is the whole thing where you run ads to it, and then it generates your commissions, and it's mostly all hands off, apart from the fact that you have to kind of build it a little bit, invest a little bit of time, money, effort, creating it. If you're like a full stack marketer, but you have to spend that little bit of time building it. But we've got funnels here. We've also got a brand. Okay. We also incorporate a few other things like advertising and marketing. Okay. So when you think like, what is this limitless money hub? Okay, because we looked at here, going from employee to business owner, having a system that works for you. Okay, and this is like the funnel. Okay, then when we start digging in, we've actually got a funnel here. We've actually got a brand. We've got advertising going on. We've got marketing. Okay, this is the kind of key ingredients that we're going to use to create this system. Okay, now, like I said, this is what we call it, the Limitless Money Hub. And ever since bringing this out, it has been a pretty popular idea. And we'll share with you some other ideas here, and we'll share with you full demo here in a second. Now, what we do with the Limitless Money Hub is, like I said, key ideas here is it works for you, whether you're there or not. Okay, you could be on the beach. It doesn't take a lot of time. In fact, it should take you less time at your business than at your job. Okay, it should. So unless you're really passionate about it, you want to put in a lot of hours. You want to reap the reward there. But let's see, it works for you whether you're there or not. Also, it builds your business. So it builds your business assets. And what's that? It comes to business customers. Okay. Ultimately, this is what we were looking for an asset to invest in. Works for you whether you're there or not. It builds your business asset, like customers, which is ultimately why any company is valuable. Okay, so this builds the value. Okay, you also can do this anywhere in the world without anywhere in the world without being tied down. Okay, you kind of get the idea. It's a location independent business and all this here cool stuff. So I'm just checking something here. So we're going to finish this up here, okay? And ultimately, we'll share with you a couple other ideas. But what I want you to do is, let me see. Let me know in the comments if, when you're watching this here, if there's any of these ideas that stood out to you. Is there anywhere you'd like to go deeper on different ideas? Is there, in fact, anything that I might have missed out? Because we only covered part one, okay? Because I think this is going to go over 3 weeks. We covered the wealth building blueprint, okay? This is phase one when it comes to making your money work for you. We covered that. Next week, we're going to talk about levels of activities, okay? Because sometimes we might find ourselves doing activities which are the lowest income producing activities versus activities that are high income producing activities, and it enables you to have systems that work for you and ultimately have your money work for you so that you don't have to work for money. Okay, this all comes when it comes to these levels of activities that I'm going to talk about next week. Okay, and because we're taking a little bit longer there, I'm also going to share with you the system demo probably in the next previous week, in the next 3 weeks, and everything like that here. So one of the big ideas here before we wrap this up, and I still, like I said, I've got something I want to give to you here before we finish up, and it's going to be completely free, resistance free entry, all that air cool stuff for being an inner circle member and making it to the end here. I want to reward you, and because not many people make it to the end, and I want to learn about this stuff, so I want to reward you for that. So what we're actually here for is we're here to build something for the long term. We're actually here to to become better. That's what we're all about. And I shared with you some other things here. What we're all about here is we are pro promotions. Like we're all about geeking out about how can we make or presentations better or ads better. We're all about how can we improve our funnels, our marketing, our brand, these types of ideas, because the future is changing very, very fast. And like I says, there's a lot of things in the world that are going to be replacing a lot of these jobs where we actually go and work for money. You can probably already see it today. And I believe that things like this here, what I'm sharing with you on the inner circle, is going to be future proof, because there's no way that a robot can come up with a brand. Maybe it could, maybe it can't, but you'll be your own brand, which is going to be cool. You're going to have your own brand. All this here cool stuff, if this is what you want to do. Robots, yeah, we got them, helped us with our advertising, our marketing and stuff like that. But actually being a personality, sharing ideas, building a community, this kind of stuff is going to be kind of the future, I feel, moving forward. And we're in the people business here too, which is very cool. We're not necessarily out here to work just for the sake to make money. Okay, we're here to actually help people to do something that they want to achieve, and things like this here. So before we wrap up here, like I said, what we're for, everything like that. So I'm going to share with you how to get access to the secret inner circle vault. Okay, so I'm going to close down a few of these, and I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to give this away for you as well. So we'll stop the sharing. So if you're interested, let me just check here. And you want access to the inner circle secret vault. Okay, we're just going to close this a second. I would encourage you to go to limitlessfuture.club, CLUB /VAULT. Okay, just type that into your search bar, and I'll maybe drop it in the comments or somewhere about here. But once you go here, it's going to ask you for a password. Okay, and I'm going to give this password to you here in a second. So go open this. So we want to give you access to the Team Limitless Insider content. Okay, this is where we're going to go deep on the limitless income machine. So when we touched a wee bit on funnels there, like when you go into the limitless income machine, which is here inside the inner circle vault, inner circle content room, you're going to be able to learn about the 7 steps to unlimited income. Okay, this is a very, very important one, especially if you're a beginner affiliate marketer, internet marketer. You'll want to go ahead and check out these 7 steps to unlimited income, and you'll notice whether or not you're a beginner, intermediate, or professional marketer when it comes to the way that you're operating online. Okay, also whenever it comes there, you can get immediate access to the 3 levels of traffic, unlimited mindset hacks, and the ITA elite secrets. Okay, this is what you can get access to when you go to limitlessfuture.club /VAULT. I'll write that on the screen here so you can see as well. And you're also going to get access to the unlimited, let's see, here we go. So I'm just going to share this. I have the screen here, so I can close that. That's the one I was looking for. Okay, so you can see the link on the screen here. It's the access to the insider content room, and if you go there to the big link on the screen, limitleссfutures.club/VAULT, you're going to get access here. You can see it to the Limitless Income Machine Masterclass. Okay, where we're going to go deep on the 7 steps to unlimited income. Okay, this is how this here whole system goes together, and then ultimately, how do we get traffic? Ultimately, our mindset behind this here, and then ITA Elite. Okay, and this is all completely free. There's no, nothing you need to pay here to get access to this content. You're also going to get the traffic generation, so the endless traffic goldmine that I've been working on for quite some time now. We might be bringing out another video about that on the YouTube channel very soon. We also get the inner circle vault, secret vault. So this is going to be full of resources and a few different trainings there on how to build an email list, how to get traffic from YouTube, and all this here cool stuff. And then also, if you're interested, you can find out more about our Limitless Business Hub and the Limitless Gold Insider. But ultimately, what you want to need to do now is go ahead and go to limitlessfuture.club/vault, VAULT. You'll be prompted to enter a secret password. The secret password is Team Limitless, okay? TEAMLIMITLESS, and you're going to get free access to the Limitless Income Machine, Endless Traffic Goldmine, and Inner Circle Secret Vault, full of resources in there. But I would encourage you to start with the Limitless Income Machine Masterclass, because it's going to go through the 7 steps to unlimited income, and the unlimited traffic, 3 levels of traffic, unlimited mindset hacks, and the ultimate ITA Elite. So once you go ahead and get started there, and you'll find out more about Limitless Gold Insider. If that's something for you, you can go ahead and check that out. And this was it, my friend, for this week's Inner Circle. Like I said, if you've got any ideas you want me to go ahead and expand on, just let me know, and we'll touch base again next week on the Inner Circle. Also, thanks for making it to the end. Like I said, go ahead and check out the Limitless Income Machine Masterclass. The videos are very short, and you're going to learn a bunch of stuff to do with building this actual funnel, okay, for free. Okay, so if this is something that's interests you and you want to actually invest into a system that helps you work less, okay, and ultimately make more money, then go ahead, check out the 7 steps to unlimited income inside the Limitless Income Machine Masterclass at limitlessfuture.club/vault. And once you get there, the password will be Team Limitless, all lowercase letters, Team Limitless. And that's it, my friend. I'll see you again next week. Have a great one, and all the best. Goodbye. Peace.